fender rolled over. So it now looks like I have 26 kilometers on the van. So I at least know that I have 100,000 kilometers on the engine right now. There might be more, there might be less. Who knows? Alright, so I just got to my friend's house with the Suzuki, and so here's the plan for it. The reason why I'm deciding to change the engine is A, because of money, and B, because I just want to get this started and running as soon as possible. So I think I'm going to put a D series in it. So my friend at work, he has a D series laying around at his parents' house in Oklahoma. So he's going to make a trip down there and go grab it for me. And if I decide to get something else before then, I've seen on Craigslist a bunch of D16s for sale, or I will just buy a parts car. So that's the plan. I measured between the frame rails on the truck, and it should fit between it. There's going to have to be custom axles, custom motor mounts, and all that stuff. And I don't have the engine yet, so I'm going to get everything prepped by taking the bed off and gutting the interior, because I think I'm going to get rid of everything and start from scratch. Probably use the stock pedals for right now until I can get a better pedal box, but here we go. Gonna jump into it and start taking Usagi apart. GoPro. Fucking fire ants. Hey, brother. Huh? You're on GoPro right now.
Hey, Zach.
What's up? Maybe if I pull it. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Hell yeah. So the van saves the day again. 14/17 mil wrench that comes in the kit. I don't have one in my toolbox that I brought with me. So, thanks, van. Seems like there's one more mounting point underneath, connecting the bed to the cab. So I'm gonna crawl under there real quick and get that undone, and then we'll lift the bed off. Seems like I'm gonna need another person to help me lift it off. I think it's catching on some of the wiring, but I got 6 of the 8 bolts, 2 nuts, and then 2 bolts broke off. So it should be free, other than the wiring. So this is just gonna have to wait till another day to pull the bed off. Before I go into the interior, I just want to show y'all what's going on underneath the truck. So these trucks are really small, but they are built like trucks. So it's got 2 solid frame rails going all the way to the back, with a center crossbeam. There's plenty of places to add some more support and suspension and all that. So here we go. We're gonna go underneath. Hopefully it's not too dark, but there's where the old drive shaft would go. All the e-brake stuff is all still wired in, and then here's where the engine would sit, and this is the front diff, because this truck was 4-wheel drive. Here are those 2 nuts that I had to take off, holding it to the bed to the cab, but pretty simple otherwise. It's just a little too heavy and yeah, like I said, there's some wiring and stuff holding it down. So we'll wait until I can figure that out, and then we'll pull this freaking bed off. Alright, so I finally got the part of the dashboard off. So I got the column controls off, and then this little plastic piece that goes over the instrument cluster and all the controls for the heating and cooling I got off. So now I'm starting to try and take the well, here they go. So just gonna unplug these, and then unplug these. So now the all the gauges are out, and now I can start to fully disconnect this whole dashboard assembly. I'm starting to have flashbacks to when I took apart the Datsun. At least it's a little warmer this time. So quick little update. I got the whole dashboard out, disconnected a bunch of wiring, exposed the heater and all of those vents and stuff. So I'm gonna keep on taking those out, and I'm gonna keep the brake master cylinder in here, just so I can, if I need to tow it anywhere, I can actually use the brakes still for a little bit. Even with just removing the dashboard, I have so much more room for my knees. So I might be able to keep the stock steering. Maybe I just need to get a detachable steering wheel. That will probably pop it out a little bit, so it'll be a little bit more away from my knees, but this is like way more room than I had before, and this will help me with that too. Alright, so I thought I was going to end the video there, but I ended up getting a little bit more work done. So I ended up getting the entire heater out and all the hoses and stuff for that. What's left is just some of the stock wiring, which I don't really need to keep because I'm going to be replacing it all with the new engine and ECU and stuff. This thing's pretty cool. This is the 4-wheel drive shift assist. And then over here I unplugged the rear diff lock, which is a pretty awesome little Alright, so wanted to close out the video with a little more light on, but I got pretty much the entire interior of the truck ripped out. There's a ton of room in there, new stuff, a bucket seat.
There's so much extra space in our room to do activities.
And then all the stuff that I'm taking out, I'm going to post on Facebook and on the Mini Truck Talk forum for sale, because I don't have any use for it anymore. And yeah, it's looking really great. A lot of room, like I said, maybe to even put in a roll cage or something at some time. Getting really excited. Didn't get as much as I would have liked done, but progress is progress. So just gonna keep on wrenching and bring y'all along for the ride. So let people know about the project. I'm excited to share it with y'all, and we'll see you next time. Keep it small.